So our next way of wrapping that gives it kind of like a Japanese touch, again, a very simple technique and really easy to use. One of the things that's important is when you have a roll of wrapping paper is how do you measure the paper to fit your box? In this case, it's a real easy way of just unrolling the paper, taking a look at your box. This will fit going widthways here. So I'm going to line up my box so that I have a little bit of space on the outside edge here. Make sure it doesn't go all the way to the end. It's almost like about 3/4 of the way up. That's how you measure how far up that you want the paper to be. And you want to match that with the side over here. So I lift the paper up, and you could just use the roll. And then when you roll it back, you can kind of pinch mark how high you want this cut to be, which I've done here. Then it's a matter of folding it over and using your top and bottom edges and making sure they're lined up will give you a nice straight line to cut. So we're going to go ahead and make the fold. I'm going to rotate this around because I'm right-handed, and I'll cut from the right side. You could take a nice small knife like this and put the knife blade between the layers, and you want to use the surface of the table as your guide. Then you don't have any saw marks, you know, little cut. So it's just a matter of I'm letting the knife ride onto the surface of the table, just like this. And it's just no effort. And make sure that your knife is clean and also very, very sharp. So maybe get a clean, either snap off a clean blade, but just make sure that it's a nice clean blade, and that'll prevent any problems as you're cutting. So put that aside. And so now we're going to go take our box. And the way we're going to do this is the top of the box is going to be face up. And you're going to want to center it in the middle of the paper, just like this. We're going to take one side and just bring it over and just kind of this is about 3/4 of the way over. And it's important to just put a little piece of tape here so it doesn't shift on you, which I'm going to do right now. So we're going to take a little piece of tape, just put it there. And when you hug the box with the paper, you want to go ahead and make a crease. So just go ahead and run that here. It kind of locks the paper in place. And then you're going to take this one here. What we're going to do is actually make a couple of folds in here and then close it up. And this makes a very nice, easy design. And it's great if you don't have any ribbon to finish it off with, because this looks great just by itself. So you're going to take the paper and on the end, and I'm going to fold it over at an angle. So it's just really whatever angle you want to make it at, which is about like this. And then you're going to fold it back. When you fold it back, you want to make sure it goes beyond that fold there. So just a little crease, and it goes all the way down, just like this. And then what I use is some double stick tape. So you take some double stick tape, and I'm going to put it right in the middle of that last fold there. Now we're going to take this and just bring it over, pull it, and then just go ahead and secure it in place. Go ahead and make your crease down here, and that will lock that in place. So you can see it's got a really nice finish detail here, which is just great. Now we're going to finish off the ends, and it's just a simple matter of hugging the box. So what I do is I take both, well, let's go one side at a time. So we're going to hug the box like this. You're going to pinch the top flap and the bottom flap, like that. Same for the other side, hug the box, bring the paper around, fold it up here on the top and the bottom. Now you're going to bring the bottom flap up like this. And before you finish the top coming down, what I do is I bring it down and I crease it so that I know it's going to be locked in place. Take the edge and just kind of fold it under just to give it a nice finish, just like that. And then just go ahead and secure it with your tape. If you're using foil, like I'm doing here, the cellophane tape is great because the shine matches the shine of the foil, which is really nice. So now we're going to finish the other end. Again, we're going to hug the box, fold the top. So if you have this excess paper, you want to go ahead and fold that as well so that it's nice and finished. And the bottom, hug the box, bring it around this way, fold the top, fold the bottom, bring the bottom edge up, Bring the top one down, put that crease in there to lock it in place, and then fold the edge over, like that. Bring it down and secure with a piece of tape. And there, I think it's just a really nice presentation. If you don't have any ribbon, great. If you have a bow, stick the bow on there. You can put a nice ribbon around it if you like, but this is just a really easy, and then there's a little slot so that you can put the gift card in here too, which is really great. That's another way to wrap in kind of Japanese style.